Hey everyone, excited to kick off this case study of one of our launch partners, Collective Memory, with Jonathan here, CEO and co-founder of Collective Memory. Let's get into it, Jonathan. Please do a
Hey Nima.
intro.
Hey Nima, what's up? How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Excited to kick this off.
Congrats on the launch. Super nice.
Yeah, we're just getting started. So happy to have you as a launch partner.
Okay, cool. So I'll intro myself.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Jonathan. I live in North Italy. That's the background that you see here with my family, originally from Tel Aviv. And since I was a teenager, I worked commercially on the intersection between culture and technology. My passion is to find the building blocks of complex problems. I co-founded Wix.com, then started some more companies, sold them, and in the last three years, I'm working on Collective Memory together with my co-founders, Patrick and Matteo, and it's a dream project for us.
How so?
Collective Memory is building a new web, a web that is not built from web pages but from memories. And why do we need a new web? Because the current web has some issues, especially with AI, especially with the current business models of corporates soaking all the values with ads. And that's what we see, that's what we see when we get into X. That's what we see when we get into Instagram. We see dopamine because dopamine sells. And again, now with AI, it's only, becoming bigger and bigger, more and more problematic.
Yeah.
I mentioned that, originally I'm from Tel Aviv, from Israel. And it's not just, a thing that is not nice to see or less fun than how the web was. It's actually affecting our life because bad information causes wars. Bad information makes you less healthy. Bad information makes you less happy. So we think it should be solved. And it should be solved with the blockchain. It should be solved with the decentralization. It's always the answer.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we're kind of seeing the whole engagement maximizing, ad maximizing cycle repeat, but for the AI age, right? And especially now that the concept of prediction markets is also taking off, right? How AI and prediction markets interface is going to be a really interesting sort of ground for us to see how information spreads, right? How we can use AI to fight misinformation, to help information propagate, and how that actually affects people's lives, right? So having said that, what actually is collective memory? You talked about the background a little bit, what actually is it?
So collective memory on the surface is a decentralized social network of only real moments. Users can only capture things that actually happen, and then they invest attention in it. Each one is a memory, and they invest attention to say what is important and what is not. Beneath the surface, it's a new web infrastructure where the value and the content are in the same primitive. And it means that you don't need any more corporates like Google, like OpenAI to tell you what is important, what is valuable. It's inside the memory itself. And it creates a prediction market over reality.
Right.
But not a prediction market as we know now from crypto that is, let's bet, but a prediction market on actually making a decentralized knowledge base of reality, or in a big world, awareness.
Right. I mean, as I just alluded to, prediction markets are a type of information market, right? So how you manifest that as a product, it's not just real world events in the sense that whether it's a political thing or a sports thing or whatever, right? It can be sort of anything, and how you end up productizing that, and how you end up capturing value by the creators, by the people who are participating in the prediction market. On top of those creators, how market settlements get disputed. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on here, right? So having said all that, do you want to run through a demo of
sure.
what it is?
So Sure. I'll share my screen. I'll show the app. I'll show the app itself.
Yeah.
Let's go through, how a normie, how a consumer. By the way, most of the users are normies.
Nice.
For them, first time interacting with blockchain.
Nice.
Okay. So this is the app. This is the collective memory app. The users download it. We open them a wallet, and then they start reality mapping, what we call. We'll do it now. Let's hope that it will work. Usually in demos it doesn't work.
Let's find
Okay,
out.
so we're taking a memory of this exact call. Okay, it goes on chain, the content. It creates a primitive, which is a vault and a token, and you upload it to the system. Now users are seeing this incoming stream of memories, and they stake attention on the things that matter. The memories that get more attention, here we started to people started to stake on the memory that we just uploaded.
Mm-hmm.
So users find something interesting, find something that they think that should get more attention, and they stake the attention token in it. The interface is like super nice, super easy. You just choose how much attention you want to invest. And as the memory gets more attention, more people are going to see it, the creators getting more awards. And the first users who staked in it getting also awards.
So you're predicting what's going to be more valuable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's not a regular prediction market where you bet on an event if it's going to happen or not going to happen. It's actually endless. So you map what is important in the world. And the thing is that this is, a nice example of you and me speaking together, but 10,000 different memories verified by location and time and device are coming in each and every day, every part of the world. And from war zones, and what you see here, Gaza, you see people, you see the reality mapper just taking the phone and immediately using it. People are documenting parties, documenting political events, and from today, the behind the scenes of the Paris Fashion Week. So it's becoming a large source for reality that not an algorithm, not Elon Musk, not Sam Altman decided if this is the reality and what is important and what is not, but the community itself. And that's new. That's new because it opens the way to a totally different web.
Right.
The web is currently naive. Others are making money of it. And we really need to put the business model inside the content itself to free the information.
So there is this creator who's uploading the memory, but then there's also like other users of the platform who can stake and share the upside in that as they think, as they predict it's going to go up in value. But then there's a third actor, right? These advertisers who can inject messages and whatnot. So can you speak about that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So and that's one of the main parts that we're using Eigen. The stream of memories, the incoming memories, currently 10,000 a day, total of almost 2 million memories are coming in. When a memory comes in, we need to verify that it's real. So some of the verification is being done on the device, but other verification is being done after the memory gets to the backend using bots. These bots, multiple bots, register to the stream of memories, and each one of them is doing different things. One of them is analyzing the content. One of them is checking if it's suitable for kids. The other one connects the content to other content to create context. Now, we need to trust these bots, because if these bots are seeing content and describe it in a wrong way, describe it in a biased way, our whole approach collapses.
Right.
And that's where we're using Eigen.
Right.
So one of the things that we're using, prediction markets, usually prediction markets now are what we call zero-sum game. Okay, it's just betting. I bet that something will happen. When I'll win, I'll take the money of the one that predicted wrong. Here it's not the case. The case with this prediction market, and we think this is the future of prediction market, is an infinite sum game. And for infinite sum game, you must bring value from the outside.
Right.
And the value in collective memory comes from advertisers, which also use these bots. One of the campaigns that now we're doing, a shampoo company, a customized shampoo company that actually injects attention with a specific message according to the hair type of the person that they see in each one of these memories. They buy attention tokens, they add value to the whole ecosystem. And that's how you create prediction market with positive value and not zero sum.
Right. Yeah. And in this case, because these bots are interpreting basically the events or the media or whatever that the users have uploaded, right? You rely on that interpretation to be to have integrity, essentially, right? And if that integrity does not exist, then you don't actually know what information you're acting on, right? So for that interpretation to be accurate, you need to be able to verify that the interpretation is happening correctly, right? So that's where the verifiable inference piece comes in. Given the different modalities of these models, of these LLMs, right? Whether it's like text you're uploading or video or images or whatever, right? Your bots need to be able to interpret what they're looking at across different memories as well of the same user or multiple users. They need to be able to contextualize what is being uploaded across time, across space, etc., to like interpret real world events and make decisions on whether like this set of memories is real, is fake, is it investable, whatnot, right? But all that has to be verifiable. Like the agent has to be able to like rely on that API being like trusted.
Yep. And the whole approach is to never have like a thin verification layer, because a thin verification layer can always break. So the idea is to always create context. So these bots, getting a memory, they look at other memories. Maybe this user just uploaded 4 different memories from 4 different possible locations in the same minute. It can't be. So to verify, to understand that we're looking at something genuine, we must feel it. And in order to feel it, you need to create, to allow the senses, and in this situation, the bot senses, the AI model senses, to feel things. So it's never like, just a hardware solution, let's make sure that no one can hack it. It will always be hacked. The whole idea is to create a deep verification layer that uses information.
Right.
But, this is just the tip of the iceberg, because the grand vision is to make AI decentralized end-to-end.
Yeah.
And the thing about decentralization is that the weak point, the most centralized point, will always affect the whole thing.
Right.
So with Eigen, we have a verified inference.
Yeah.
And what we're trying to build is also a decentralized knowledge base. Because, at the end, when you ask a model, you don't know about the training, you don't know about the corpus, you don't know about the biases. So what we're building is a knowledge base, on-chain knowledge base.
But even like part of the stack here, right, is that because you have a verifiable inference like layer now, you can actually ask various different models, right, 5, 10 models, whatever, about the same thing, because as you said, they're pre-training bias. They have like inherently different like data sets, whatever, right? But if you ask across a committee of them, then you're reducing centralization on any one model being used, right? So let's like diversify across 5 or 10 models, right? And have those all interpret the same events, and across all of them, verifiably use the output and like feed it to the next layer, basically.
Yep, and that's the first step, because the problem with these models is that most of them use actually the same corpus.
Right.
And the problem with these models is that usually the economic interest of the corporate that created them is usually similar.
Right.
So what is important from our point of view to create a real diversity of thought, because you want to check things from multiple angles, is to also provide them a decentralized knowledge.
Right.
And as we speak now, about autonomous bots, about decision taking that will affect anything. I don't want to rely on a black box. I don't want to rely on something that I can verify. I don't want to rely on knowledge that someone with other interests than me decided. So, I think that our joint mission is to actually take all these things and make it so the community can control it. So the single user can say, listen, this is my perspective over the world.
Yep. So let's say that, this becomes 10x more use, 100x more use. You bring on millions of more people to this platform, or this centralized social network, right? Then you end up having this knowledge base that has been verifiably attested to, interpret it in multiple different ways. From the perspective of just creating different incentive models and how just humans can access information and tap into different economic models and sources of revenue, right? I guess what is most exciting to you for, let's say, what do you hope we're going to end up being, let's say, in a year, now that these infrastructure rails are being built, are being kind of productionized, and you can actually use them to pave the stepping stones to what you maybe want to see in a year. What is that vision?
So I think that the current way that AI is going to, is going to rule everything. Okay, I think that everyone agree about it. But it can't rule everything as it's currently being educated and being manufactured. It's just, it's a very it's a bad future. It's not the future that I want.
It's not the future.
So
yeah,
it's not the future that I want for me. It's not the future that I want for my kids.
Right.
And what currently we're building, Eigen Collective, is exactly the first step in a different path. The thing that now that you can switch from regular AI to verifiable AI in a simple way is important. Because suddenly you understand that regular AI without verification, why should I use it? It's like the new verifiable AI will be the new standard.
Well, no, there is a good reason to use it. It's convenient, right? People like convenience, right? But we gotta sort of talk about the awareness of some of these other problems that are not at the surface level, right? That people will run into down the road when it might be too late. Why verifiability is important to address now.
So I see it a bit in a different way. I think that it's important, and that's why we also address signormies, and that's why we like the solution of Eigen, that it's so simple that you can just switch to a verifiable AI. I don't think it will work if we say, okay, it's only for the tough problems. It's not just for the tough problems. We already, when we use regular AI, we already have issues with that. We already get the biases, the capital T truth without any ability to ask questions. It's a problem that is here and now, and I don't think it's limited only for life and death matters. It's already in the news. It's already in how the articles that you read. It's already around us and affect us. And that's why I think this step is important. On one side of the story, say, okay, you can't trust immediately AI. You need to be more. You need to look at it in a more critical way. And the next step, you can't trust what the AI knows, the knowledge. Why shouldn't it be decentralized? Why shouldn't it be totally open for the community to decide, from our perspective, by staking attention, what is important?
And there is this bit that we've also talked about with you just feeding all the context. You basically constructing the context that you're feeding into the model, and your reliance on the models themselves will become a lot less important. It's just a matter of whether the context you're providing to the model that you think you're providing it to is being processed the way you think it's being processed, right? Because you're just you want to be able to switch between various different models in order to not lean into some of the biases that any model might have, right?
Absolutely. I'll share my screen. I'll show some, everyday life experiences. Okay, cool. So this is the website. Most of the activity is on the app, but here it's easy to see. So first, the activity inside the system is high. You see users staking, creating new memories, deciding what is more important than the other in a very high rate. Okay, something like 100K transactions a day. Each one of these transactions bots are looking at, each one of these new memories bots are looking at and analyzing. And then it all looks very complex, but the actual use case is that we'll start with we call it heaven and hell. We'll start with heaven. When you ask the best hamburger in Paris, okay, I don't want the knowledge of the AI to be, what was crawled on the web that is already corrupted, highly commercialized, blah, blah, blah. I want to see actual experiences of real users that ate wonderful hamburgers in Paris, and the end result of it will be that I will eat a better hamburger.
Right.
And that's the fun part of it. And by the way, if one of them is your friend, you can also augment the result, to give more attention to certain pieces. And if the actual best hamburger is missing here, you just take a picture of it in Paris, and you can also make money from it. And the other side of it is what is happening in a war zone.
Right.
And why do I need to get the AI read the newspaper that is controlled by someone with a certain agenda?
Right.
Here I can see actual evidences in real time in what is happening there from people that actually live there. And the end result of it is that the next time that I need to vote, I will say myself, I'm not going to vote to anyone which is pro-war, because
So
I see how horrible war is.
How does someone verify all the memories that are being uploaded? Like you said, it's on chain. There's like a record of each memory being recorded on chain. So you can go and check for yourself that all these users who are uploading memories of any side of an issue that they're on, right? Whether it's like a heated issue or anything else, right? You're going to have the traceability that like some memory is uploaded, and based on that like on-chain like record, you can trace it back to how it shows on this website.
Yep, and the challenge is to make it highly consumer, because as we said before, people don't want to work hard. They want to have the advantage without being a professional. So in there is like you see a horrible picture and you say, okay, it might be fake. But when you see a horrible picture and then you see 10 different pictures from 10 seconds before and after from the same place, it's way more expensive to do a deep fake that knows how to do all these things. So suddenly you tend to...
Right.
Go ahead.
By using multiple different points of view, whether it's across time and space and other metadata, you're basically triangulating. You're raising the bar for how hard it is to fake something.
Yep. And that's always the game, though. You can never do it in a perfect way, though. The game always, with blockchain, with decentralization, is to make the cost of being a bad actor higher. And that's exactly what we're doing here.
Right.
The cost of being a bad actor currently in social platforms is not high at all. It's actually very profitable. And with this model, it flips. And this is probably the core of what decentralization should do. So we started the conversation with prediction markets and the connection between AI and blockchain. And what we're saying is that the current implementations don't use the power that we actually have. To have a prediction market where you just bet if something will happen or not, if a certain news event will happen or not, is only a very thin layer of value.
Right.
Prediction market should actually shape how these things are going to be.
Yeah. No, this is obviously a pretty nuanced topic for how people can game all this kind of stuff for sure. But there are ways that you can like start addressing or mitigating some of the pain points here with obviously different trust profiles, but it's definitely like a pretty decent start. Yep.
The thing is that it can be kept as just as an idea. The cool thing here is that it's already connected to reality, connected to users, coming, publishing, making money.
It's funny because if you go back to like when you said heaven and hell, the heaven portion of like someone reviewing a hamburger, right? more and more I've noticed people not even being able to rely on Google reviews for a certain place, because the reviews are being inflated. There's some places like 5,000 ratings, 4.7 or whatever, and you have no idea what that actually even means anymore, right? Like across all the reviewers who actually like ate there, so on and so forth. So this, like, having more, I guess, confidence in being able to look at reviews of a certain like event is definitely like needed.
Yep, we're going to fix AI with AI, but we must change. We must change
or
the
die
view,
trying, right?
or die trying. Absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome. This was great. Well, yeah, I realize we're coming up on time here at the half-hour mark, but thanks for walking us through this context, backstory, motivation, everything else. Excited to be able to support you guys even more with different modalities across the AI stack, basically. And yeah, any other parting words with what you're building here?
No, it's fun. It's important. It's fun. It's fun to bring normies into crypto, from in an easy, entertaining way that also creates something bigger for the long term. So really enjoy it. And
yeah, we're at a very interesting inflection point in the world where you see things like Sora, things like really, really good image generation, video generation stuff come out. So having countermeasures for interpreting reality, or at least attempt to have countermeasures, is extremely important. So thanks for sharing your story. And
thanks,
more to come. So stay tuned. Thanks, Jonathan.
Cool. Ciao.
Bye.